was the backup. You said he was getting some number one reps. Is that true with Shedeur?
No. I mean, with a young quarterback with Dylan starting, you want to make sure he gets a lot of the reps. Different when you have a veteran like Joe, I would tell you, Tony. But still getting reps in a bunch of periods.
He's working hard and really learning by the day, by the week. He's doing a nice job of getting the most out of each and every day and feeling more comfortable with the system. I think as quarterbacks, we don't count the plays, we make the plays count. Whatever plays we get, we are thankful for them, and we just make them count, whether they're against the first-string defense or Baldwin Wallace JVs. Every scrap we get as QBs.
Cleveland's training camp was supposed to be routine, but what unfolded inside Berea looked more like a Netflix drama than an NFL preseason. Cameras caught tension. Players whispered. Coaches avoided eye contact. Because behind closed doors, a quarterback controversy was quietly detonating. Kevin Stefanski thought he could manage it. He couldn't. Bill Musgrave wasn't just coaching anymore. He was rebelling.
Correct yet again. See, Shedeur Sanders has been getting sabotaged. We know that already. I pre-warned you guys years in advance, but I guess I'm the one who lost my noggin. But I came out with real receipts about Shedeur not just getting sabotaged, but deliberately being in a situation of dereliction of duty, meaning the coaches. They came down here to get rid of Shedeur,
And the rookie in the middle of it all? Shedeur Sanders, the lightning rod who just exposed Cleveland's biggest secret. It started small. Stefanski announced that Dillon Gabriel would take all first-team reps. Standard coach talk, right? But when reporters asked if Shedeur was getting number one work, Musgrave's response froze the room. No, he said carefully. We want the young guy Dillon to get the majority. His words sounded polite, but his tone, pure tension. It was a message wrapped in coach speak. Stefanski's plan made no sense. Musgrave tried to stay professional, talking about reps and development, but everyone heard the subtext. Something was off. Fast forward 48 hours, Browns camp exploded. Local reporters leaked that Shedeur was running only scout team drills, while Gabriel got every starter snap. Fans started connecting dots. Insiders started whispering, and suddenly the Browns' quarterback room looked like a political battlefield. What should have been a normal practice rotation turned into a civil war. Musgrave, the veteran coach, had enough. He went public. Standing at the podium, he praised Shedeur's work ethic like he was reading from a championship speech. He's learning by the day, getting the most out of every rep, Musgrave said, voice steady but eyes sharp. Translation? The kid's ready, and the staff's wasting him. Reporters knew it. Stefanski knew it. And within hours, the headlines wrote themselves. Browns coaching rift over Shedeur Sanders. ESPN Cleveland's Tony Rizzo started asking the hard questions. Is Stefanski ignoring his most talented quarterback? Is there favoritism at play?
Like Browns quarterback coach is forced to break his silence and admit all of the quarterbacks is getting QB reps with the scout team. Like I've been telling y'all all week, man, a lot of information is coming out with the Cleveland Brown practice, and it's being said that Shedeur Sanders is not getting these QB scout reps, bruh. And I'm here to tell you, I believe he ain't. Now, quarterback coach Bill Musgrave has forced his hand into the matter because he just spoke to reporters moments ago, pretty much explaining that, you know what, all of the quarterbacks are getting their scouts.
Why does it look like the Browns are sabotaging their own future? And when the GM Andrew Berry reportedly told Stefanski to send someone out to correct the narrative, it confirmed what fans suspected. Damage control had begun.
That Shedeur Sanders is receiving scout team reps. Officially, the offensive quarterback coach of the Cleveland Browns, Musgrave, did a press conference on the other day addressing that situation put out by ESPN Radio, Tony Grossman. Well, I promise you this how it happened. Andrew Berry, the GM of the Cleveland Browns, heard and saw that report, and he went to Kevin Stefanski to tell one of his staff members to go to their press conference and rebuke that statement.
But the thing about Cleveland, you can't hide drama. Musgrave doubled down in interviews, saying Shedeur was improving at an unreal rate and could handle any challenge. He said it calmly, but it hit like a punch. Every quote sounded like a vote of no confidence in Stefanski. Inside the locker room, players started to take sides. Some backed Stefanski's development plan. Others whispered that Shedeur was the real deal, a rookie ready to lead. You could feel the tension every time practice footage leaked. Shedeur dropping dimes while Gabriel missed open reads.
Well, guys, man, I'm here to tell you, man, Cleveland Browns quarterback coach Bill Musgrave is trying to put all the rumors to bed and the truth surrounding around Shedeur Sanders and his availability at Cleveland Browns practices. Now, we've got all kinds of reports and all these insiders getting all this information and they're putting it out there, and we're talking about it. Now, we know longtime Cleveland host of ESPN, Tony Rizzo, has been very boisterous about how they're handling Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland. And Tony Rizzo is digging deep, and Tony Rizzo just wants answers like everybody else. Is Shedeur Sanders getting first team?
The fans noticed too. Hashtags like "Free Shedeur" started trending as Cleveland talk shows lit up with callers demanding answers. "If the kid's better, why is he holding a clipboard?" one fan shouted live on air. And that's when Musgrave's rebellion turned public. He wasn't just defending his player, he was challenging the system. In Cleveland, that's career suicide, or the start of a revolution. Stefanski tried to calm the fire, claiming the plan was to develop all quarterbacks equally. But by then, nobody bought it. Fans could see the divide. On one side, a rookie proving himself daily. On the other, a coach protecting his ego. Even analysts began choosing sides. Mary Kay Cabot, one of Cleveland's most respected insiders, dropped her analysis after attending practice. Her verdict was brutal. Shedeur's passes weren't just accurate, they were surgical.
Kevin is still the same coach that 2 years ago, everybody think he sucked 2 years ago when Flacco threw for 2,000 yards when he had a receiver and a tight end who could catch the ball?
No.
So I'll go
He was
back.
Coach of the year.
And again, I'm not trying to defend Kevin. I've said all year long, you want to fire him, I'm not going to fight. Like, there's enough evidence there. You want to fire him, fire him. I just think it runs so much deeper throughout this organization. Firing the head coach is putting a Band-Aid on a head.
That's not going to fix it.
It ain't going to fix anything.
No,
but you want to fire him? Fire him.
Not firing him is not going to fix it either.
But here's the
No,
thing.
it's not. But Bull, to Jay's point, like, we're rotten higher than Kevin.
His pocket presence, his control, his poise, it screamed NFL ready. Gabriel looked fine, but next to Sanders, he looked like a backup pretending to be the main act. And for a city that spent decades searching for a franchise quarterback, the irony was almost cruel. The Browns finally had one, and they were burying him on the scout team. Musgrave's praise grew bolder. He told reporters Shedeur doesn't just take reps, he owns them. "As quarterbacks, we don't count the plays," he said. "We make the plays count." It sounded like inspiration, but to Cleveland's front office, it sounded like insubordination. Behind the scenes, meetings got heated. The GM wanted unity. Stefanski wanted control. Musgrave wanted fairness. And Shedeur? He just wanted a chance. Meanwhile, fans were dissecting every throw from open practice videos like detectives solving a case. "Did you see that spiral?" one fan posted. "That's not scout team material." The entire city turned into amateur film analysts, convinced something political was happening inside their team. And maybe they were right. Because every time Stefanski tried to explain it away, his words only made it worse. "We have a plan," he said. "Patience is key." But patience is the one thing Cleveland fans ran out of years ago.
Talk about the noise around Shedeur Sanders and what's going on inside the Browns organization. There are reports that there's chatter and there's whole situations that smell like team politics, like I've been telling you. And if you are about Shedeur's career and you care about him, then you need to hear this. Now, look, I'm not here to spin conspiracy webs. What I am here to do is to read the tea leaves, the gossip with the tea, as they would like to say. Multiple sources and insiders have been saying the same thing that I've been saying. Shedeur hasn't been treated like the franchise quarterback he could be. Instead, there's been favoritism, mixed message from the staff, and a culture that's been making it harder for the kid.